Hi Aquarius, welcome to this reading. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Linda. What I have today is a relationships reading. So we're going to look at your energy between you and another person. It doesn't have to be a love interest or a romantic partner. This can be anyone you're dealing with that you might need a little bit more insight and understanding about the nature of the connection. So it's a general reading. Keep that in mind as you're watching. Sometimes the roles can be reversed. So I might be talking about the other person but actually describing your energy and vice versa. So keep that in mind as well as you're watching. I'm using the Voyager deck today. One of my favorites. I hope you like it as well. One more shuffle and we'll get started. Okay, this first card describes how you see yourself. This is how you see them. This is how they see themselves. How they see you. This is the energy between you that supports. This is the energy between you that's challenging. This is the overall energy, and this is the potential outcome. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. So there's two fives in the reading. Five of Wands is there, and then we have the Five of Crystals in the middle of the reading in reverse. In the Voyager deck, the crystals is representative of the swords. It's the air element. Okay. Just give me a second here with this. Alright, in the position of how you see yourself, you have the Six of Swords upright. In this deck, it's called confusion. So you could be a little bit unsure at the moment of what to do. You might have a lot of options and not really sure which one is the clear way forward. But in regards to the person that we're talking about, you might be feeling unsure about them, since we are doing a relationship reading. But it could just as much be talking about you in your own life, feeling a little muddled, unclear, scattered, too many options and not enough decision making so that you have a clear way to move forward. How you're seeing them is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And in this deck, it's called commencement. This card is called commencement. So, a couple of things there. The way you're seeing them is that they might be a little ungrounded. With the Four of Pentacles reverse, they might be in between places. They might not be like having a settled home base. They might also be changing projects or changing directions with the Four of Pentacles reverse. Being that it's called commencement, they might have already started something and maybe have had a change of mind, or there could have been a change in the resources that were available to them, so it's making it a little hard to continue, something like that. But again, if we're talking about this as a relationship reading, maybe there was something between you that began and now is not really moving forward. There could have been a turnaround or a change of heart between these two people. And maybe it was the person you're dealing with who made that decision. Now, how you see them, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Again, the Queen of Wands could be someone who is a little... can be a few things. The Queen of Wands reverse could be someone that's a little moody or temperamental. It could also be someone who is also like is changing their mind back and forth, isn't really clear about what they're doing. Maybe they are... excited about something 1 minute and then the next minute they have no passion for it at all. It could be that this person in the moment right now is seeing themselves as a little deflated. Maybe they've lost a bit of confidence. Maybe they're not feeling so sure about themselves. Maybe they've hit a creative dry patch and they don't feel good about what they're working on, or they don't have any creative ideas, or maybe their business or their work, if they're a creative person, isn't really moving forward very well, or isn't very active, and so their energy feels a little bit down to me, like they don't have a lot of enthusiasm or passion or excitement at the moment. Like their energy feels a little bit like couch potato. Now, how they see you is the Ace of Wands upright, which is interesting because it's kind of the opposite of all those things we've been talking about. So they're seeing you as very passionate and very full of energy, having a lot of ideas, or maybe one really good creative idea, something that's got your interests very, very sparked and very lit up. And they're seeing you as ready to move forward with that idea, with that passion. Which is kind of opposite of how you're seeing yourself at the moment. So that's sort of interesting to notice. There's something disjointed about the energy between these two people. It's like they're on different pages. Right, now let's move to the center of the reading. This part here talks about the energy between you. So the energy that's supporting, the energy that's challenging, and then the overall energy. We have the 5 of Crystals in reverse in the middle of the reading. Remember at the bottom of the deck we had the 5 of Wands upright. And then the energy that's crossing these two people is the Devil. So a couple of things are coming up. One is that there's some kind of push and pull energy here. Like maybe there's clearly something connecting the two of you that's very exciting and interesting. There's definitely some kind of dynamic energy here between you. But I feel like there's like there's this feeling of when you're feeling on, they're feeling off, and when they're feeling on, you're feeling off. As far as like being able to match each other's energy and feel like you're on alignment or in alignment with each other, and that things are like that you resonate with them, and that you have like a similar vibe that you can move forward with. There's something about this 5 of Wands and the Devil which feels very like hard to deal with. Like there's something oppressive. There's something like too possessive or too oppressive about the connection, about the way you guys connect with each other. Maybe there has been some setbacks in your connection or in your relationship as it's been unfolding. Maybe there's been some conflict for some people, but I'm feeling it more as like very challenging and difficult conversations that require a lot of mental energy to process things, and like requires a lot of very serious, long conversations to help unpack specific things that you may be each experiencing, whether it's about something that's actually happened between you or just about maybe your past and how that's affecting the way you're able to connect and relate to each other. Something like that. Now in the crowning card position you have the Child of Worlds. That's the Page of Pentacles. It's in the upright position. And it's called Player in this deck. So that's actually a really nice light-hearted energy to finally have something, you know, in the reading that feels like I can take a breath and just relax a little bit. Because a lot of all this other energy feels kind of complex and constraining to me. It's very complex and it's a little constraining. Like there's a lot of pressure I feel in this energy. Individuals feel pressure on themselves, and then together there's pressure. It's something also really serious about it. So the Child of Worlds there, the crowning card of the reading, says to me that first of all there's hope in this reading. There's hopeful energy that this maybe this energy that I'm feeling now is just a particular moment in an unfolding story here. Maybe it's not, maybe it hasn't always been like this, and hopefully it won't always be like this. That there is some light at the end of the tunnel, that there is some fresh new energy being marinating right now in this complex energy, that something good. I'm seeing the Child of Worlds in this reading now as a seed. So out of this complex time, out of this constraining energy, I feel like a seed will make itself known, and that seed can be planted to create a potential for these people that has something physical about it that is possible. Like there's some potential energy making its way into the known space that you're sharing. It might not be known just yet, but I feel like through a certain amount of time and space that's here, there's some energy being resolved below the surface and in your conscious awareness, and also in the other realms, that is untangling something that has been sticky or complex, and is making things feel a little bit more spacious, so that there can actually be an expression for some potential energy to emerge that will enable you to feel like there are some possibilities, there is something we can do. I hope that makes sense. And the final card here in the potential outcome, you have this Queen of Swords, Queen of Crystals, Woman of Crystals. She's called Guardian in this deck. I feel it's also quite a very Aquarian energy, actually, the Queen of Swords. Let me see. I feel like with this energy that there's clarity of mind is coming through. There's some clarity coming through here. But like I said, I mean, even if you just look at the cards here, like look, just the imagery alone and the colors and the shapes, like it's complex. It's a little bit muddled. There's a lot of things to slice through, to pare away, to eliminate or to illuminate, to gain better clarity and understanding about what there is to do here. And I'm feeling this Queen of Swords now as a kind of protective energy, like a divine protective energy that's maybe helping guide and discern like what is really relevant. And that's kind of the advice that I would give here. Like in this environment, in this energy, I feel like there could be value or support by just having a bit more space. You know, like maybe not always having to communicate, and individuals having a little bit of space and time to be on their own, in their own feelings and in their own thoughts. Because I think individually people need to come to a more clear space within themselves, and that coming back together after some time, having that space and having that quietness and having time to discern what's important and what can be left behind will make it a lot easier for these people to connect in a way that feels relevant, that feels progressive, that feels productive, and that feels fun. I think more fun is needed in this environment, in this energy. I think there is some unraveling to do. Clearly there's something between these two people that is deep and interesting and profound and has, you know, things to teach and to show. The only caveat in this reading I would say is this Devil card as the crossing energy, the challenging energy. I guess it's kind of a warning to say, like, don't be too obsessed with this person, don't be too possessive of them, don't try to grasp onto them or hold onto them or own them or overly try to force any kind of commitment or connection with them. And the Queen of Swords, the Woman of Crystals, is giving that message of give it a little bit more space, give it room to breathe, give yourself also room to breathe and to process what thoughts are coming through, what ideas are coming through, and use the time to be discerning about what is actually really relevant and what is actually just like fodder and unnecessary excess. I feel that's it for your reading, Aquarius. Just checking one more time. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.